Okay, I know I look like a mess. My nose ring kind of fell out. So I have it halfway in there taped. I have to go back and get it put back in. I was trying to clean my nose last night. Just had a really wild dream, man. I think somewhere in, not this universe, but another dimension, things are going on. I recorded my dream. Instead of writing it down, I recorded it on my recorder on the phone. I don't know where there's a different world I was in. I was with the army of Michael the Archangel. They were Marines. It was a big facility, but there was, I guess it was like in the ground because there was a cave, like not the, I don't know if it was the main headquarters, but I gotta fix my hair. Hold on. Super fixed. In order of events of the dream, from what I remember, we got in trouble. We were swimming around. We got in trouble. We wore sandals. That was the thing. We didn't have shoes. We had sandals. We got in trouble. We had armor. Armor was very light. It's more like vests and just nothing of weight. There were guns. There was a shooting range. Out on the water there was a dock. It was an open bay from where we were sleeping at. Sorry, I'm super picky about my nose. There was a dock and it was kind of like a warehouse. And there were machine guns. They were on the firing range. 1 in 3 people died on the firing range every time they went to the firing range. So, I wish the Marine good luck. We had just gotten into a fight. Not me and the Marine, but like not my platoon. I guess it was more of a squad. There was about 6 or 7 of us. The mess hall was in a cave too. It was huge. I think I had a girlfriend. There was a blonde girl. Long hair and a ponytail. I forget the rank. The rank was something weird.
You need to lower your voice.
I'm making another recording.
It doesn't matter.
Go to school, Mom.
It's inconsiderate to him, too.
Who?
Ryan. He's on the other side of the bed. Yeah.
Ryan's dead asleep.
He wasn't last night. Okay? And I can hear you all the way out in the living room. Just lower your voice.
Um, and then we found one of the evil. There was a dad and a son who were evil. The dad was chained up to a rock. Long hair, black eyes, fangs. I can't remember. It's hard. I already put it down on the recording, and as soon as I record it, it's kind of like it's there and then it goes. There's the portal to Earth. 3 Albertos, the Mexican restaurant, or at least that was the clue. That's what someone was trying to tell me. They couldn't say it in front of the other soldier. He was like soaking wet and he was like knocked out, like sleeping. So we were freely talking, and then he awoke, and the guy who I was talking to, he was kind of a bigger guy, stubby. But he had a bunch of drinks on the table. And I said, where's the portal? And he said, would you like some tea? And he pulled up the cup. I said, yeah, and he was looking like shaky, like he was pointing with his eyes. That was heavy, man. Oh, that's the other thing. I heard Back to the Future Power of Love, but it was like a remix. I was walking through a pavilion. I think that was one of Dad's songs too, man. That's one of his favorite songs from. I think it's a lot of people's favorite songs, but that was one of Dad's favorite songs. There was red and gray tile. It was by an airport. I was trying to get to the airport. I had a bag with me. I jumped the fence. Michael had blue wings. The wings were blue, with armor. Different. He had his own unit. Um, Military style haircuts for all the guys. The Marine was a black guy. That's 10 minutes. You guys are going to be bored. That's enough. I wrote it down. I didn't write it down yet. I recorded it, though. If anyone else has, like, really wild dreams, out-of-body experiences, or astral projections, let me know. There was a study done that people can dream swap. Not dream swap, but like two people could be having two different dreams. Not something like that, and then like the dreams kind of like make sense to one another. So yeah. Alright, that's it.